So recently I got some tan. Since winter in Canada is something beyond my understanding, it is very cold and very long, and my skin became like really very pale and with tint of blue or even green. And interesting thing that even back to Ukraine, when I was living in Ukraine, I didn't spend like too much time outside, and I rarely got a good tan. So I decided to go here to a special place where people get tan in special machines, like tanning beds. Such a weird combination of words. And at this point of time, I really like the result. I think that I look like a person looks in summer, kind of sun-kissed, and finally I like white things on my skin. So let me know what you think. Do you see any difference? Do you think it fits me? Let me know your thoughts in comment section. Also, look at this. Look at this. Finally, I put a rod here, rod, and I installed it and put on it multiple, how do you name these transparent things? So right now in this room, everything changed in a better way. These little pieces, which I have no idea how do you name them, they make the light softer, and I really like how everything looks. Like, this room in the house is my favorite at this moment. It is so cozy. I still feel that I need to fill a space near the ceiling. Maybe I will put some garlands there. But in general, like, this room is the coziest in the house right now, and I'm very satisfied. Hello everyone, and welcome to my new video. First of all, guys, thank you so much for your activity under my last video. We talked about interesting topic about curvy women in movies and TV series, and you supported the topic so much. You were so active. I see that you are really interested in that topic. So am I. So I'm offering you to continue this topic, the discussion about this topic. You wrote so many comments and you shared so many of your thoughts. It took me a while to read them all, but I enjoyed it so much. So today I'm going to read some of them and to comment your comments. Even if we will not make a curvy revolution, let's say like this, I think it will be just interesting for us to talk about this and to share each other's thoughts. It is so funny, Morty, the second video in a row, chooses this particular spot and is sleeping here while I am filming. So this is exactly the same spot that he was sleeping in last time during last video. The first comment that absolutely caught my attention is from the... I'm sorry if I will pronounce your nickname not correct, but it is Troda07. So I will read only the part, because comment is really big and really full. I will read one part that caught my attention so much. Just imagine if all muscular men were told that they are only good as strong slaves. It's the same thing. So I really like this comment. I feel like it really a good analogy. Like, imagine if you were born and grown and you grew up as a tall man or a short man, or maybe like really hairy man. I don't know, like something that you was born with, something that you cannot change easily. And society tells you that you are not okay, something is wrong with you. We are not accepting people like you. You do not fit into our vision. You cannot play here and here, you cannot work here and here, and we will look weird at you just because of one physical feature that you were born with. For example, I can change my body type, I can reduce my chest, and it will look awful. I will have big scars after reducing, and potentially I can fit into the society after that. But I was born like this. I don't have to change myself. The same as tall men do not need to break their legs and make them shorter just because society potentially cannot accept them. The same as short men do not need to break their legs and elongate them in an attempt to fit into the society. It is ridiculous. I think it's so weird that if aliens would arrive to the planet Earth and would see it, they would not understand why we are doing this. At this moment, I feel like in movies about superheroes, you already can see characters of any race, religion, sexuality, sexual orientation, and we have really wide variety, and it is amazing, but we still have a taboo when it comes to certain body types, to a certain physical features. I think that I often face with prejudices, based on my appearance, and believe me, in majority of cases, I don't wear something like glamour. I don't wear dresses and clothes that I wear for my YouTube or Instagram. It is regular stuff. Let me explain you. So I love one particular book of Patricia Cornell about Jack the Ripper. She is doing a big investigation about that time, about who potentially was Jack the Ripper. There was a piece of book, a place where she was telling how cases were investigated back to the times on the dawn of criminology. She writes that there were articles which was saying that if you are looking for a murderer, you should be looking for someone very big and muscular, big and muscular man. If you are looking for a thief, for example, you should be looking for someone short, tiny, thin, and something like that. So you might be accused back to the times, you might be accused in a crime just based on your body type. And there was no, I suppose that there was no such a level of criminology like today. So criminologists take all of the evidence and splashes of blood or whatever, and they scientifically prove that this action is done by a person 180 centimeters. So nowadays it is scientifically proven, but back to that times it was just conclusions were made just based on body type. I hope it makes sense to you, because my vocabulary is not enough to explain it in English. I feel like nowadays we have something similar about my body type, or body types of women similar to me. One more comment that I want to read out loud. I will be reading a part of it. So it is a comment from Sailor 1179. I think you could be cast as Dana Scully from the X-Files. So I want to mention that Of course, I would be flattered to play anyone like Dana Scully, but I don't have an experience. Some people have a talent and then they work on it, they grow it, they polish it from the childhood or from teenage, and at the end they turn out to be really great actors. But I never did this in the past. I don't have an experience. I never attended any acting classes. Morty is yelling so loudly. He wants attention so much. He's like, meow, give me attention, please. I am like dying from you not giving an attention. So at this moment, I don't have an experience and I still have to get it. I still need to go to the acting classes. It will take a really long time and then I will need to polish my skills. I don't think that I have an acting like talent that I was born with. No, I think it will be like something like skill that I will develop a little bit. And maybe in the future I would be potentially able to play someone like Dana Scully, but at this moment I want something like Dracula's bride role, and believe me, I will be like 10 Dracula's brides of 10 Dracula's brides or Dracula brides. I think that I need this type of roles like right now while I can do this, because in 5 or 7 years I will be able to play only Stifler's mom. The next comment is from the dragon. I could see you as a sorceress / oracle from the Scorpion King. But give her more power, in a sense, more mystical arts. You have the alluring occultist vibe. Interesting. I didn't know that I have an alluring occultist vibe. But yes, like basically take me, put in a dark, mystical, occultist fantasy movie, put me in some kind of pretty long occultist gown, or without it, like completely, and you will have a nice box office. Like, why do I need to explain this? The next comment is from Dave Nelson. I would love to see you play a Mavka, Ukrainian mystical creature type of character. You would be perfect in that role. I know who Mavkas are because like this is one of the most popular mystical creatures in Ukrainian mythology, and there will be Mavkas in my horror game, in my horror visual novel. Yes, if to do everything correct and make Mavkas very, very alluring and very, very sexy and very, very seductive, but very, very scary. Like, they should be terrifying. That will be the Mavka I would like to play. I think it is a very complicated task to create like correct version of Mavka, but I would love to play one day, maybe. Lunar Stud said, I can see you playing Lady Dimitrescu if they made a Resident Evil movie. Yeah, that would be awesome, and I don't have a deadline. I can be like 37 years old playing Lady Dimitrescu. Like, that would be fantastic, but there are a lot of things that I have to do to make myself closer to that potential chance. if this makes sense. Steve Young asked, are you attached to any casting agencies? That is a very interesting question. I think it deserves a separate video that probably I will film after this one. My followers on OnlyFans know that I was visiting interviews of few casting agencies during last few weeks, so it will be fun to share with you the experience and information that I got. So probably next video will be about casting agencies, and like, I think it will be interesting for you to listen to it. There were actually so many comments with like full, complete comments with big analysis of the topic, and unfortunately I cannot like fit them in a small YouTube video, but I read all of the comments, so you can continue writing your thoughts, and I will be reading them all. Okay guys, I wish you to have an incredible Sunday. I hope your days will be bright and sunny, and I will see you in the next video.